ride out. And with this, I say welcome to season two.
Season 2
of the Unedited Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Emmanuel.
And I'm your co-host, Daniel.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back. It's been a while. You know, we took most of the summer off. It's set, you know, got a whole brand new set. Thanks to Rob Jones and Ojo. Whole brand new look. Same great fantasy advice, though, man.
Of course.
But we here. We here for y'all. Come on, you knew we were coming back when the season was closer, man. We're not going to leave the people hanging, you know. We got y'all. But we're going to start off the show a little bit different. We're going to start off on a somber note. As many know, in the New York area, there was a bad rain, I guess the remnants of the hurricane. And unfortunately, someone very close to DINO didn't make it out of it, and I'll let DINO tell you more about it.
Yeah, so my friend Nick and his mother, unfortunately, passed away on Wednesday night. Yes, due to I guess whatever you want to call it, flood or the rain. You know, as we can see, the goal is $30,000, and we've raised so far $25,815, which, you know, we appreciate that.
It's great. That's great. Thank you to everyone that did contribute.
Thank you.
But the $30,000 is just, as you said, towards the funeral.
Yeah, let's keep going.
The $30,000 is that was the goal. That was for the funeral costs, as you were telling me prior to the show. So whatever you can give just to help out, you know, because this family, they have to uproot. As you said, it's more than the lives that were taken. Like their house was flooded. So they pretty much lost their home. So anything that you can give. I know we're supposed to be a fantasy show, but this is beyond fantasy. This is way more important than fantasy, and that's why welcome back. This is the first thing we're talking about. So please, guys, you can reach out the GoFundMe if you want to read it off just for the people that's on audio.
It's GoFund.me/A6FB73F1. You know, you just type that in.
Read it one more time, just for the people that's only on audio. I know everybody else.
GoFund.me/A6FB73F1.
Anything you can give, people.
Yes.
Anything you can give. So, I'm sorry for your loss, Dino. You know, we all here for you.
Yes.
We all got your back.
Thank you.
So anyone that can give, just please, man, please. The family needs help, and now's the time that we all come together, you know, and help out if you can. Like you said, every dollar counts, man. If somebody gave $1, that added to that $25,815. You know, somebody gave 50 cents, $1. Everything helps. So again, that's the way we wanted to start off the show. Again, sorry for your loss, Dino. Sorry to this family. And now it's a hard transition, but we're going to move on to fantasy football, which is what we're here for, you know. So let's get it started. Ojo? And now we're going to talk about what's new. And what's really new in the world is, as we're recording this, it's September 5th. Sunday, September 5th. And the season starts on Thursday. So needless to say, this has been a very busy weekend when it comes to drafts. Probably the heaviest draft weekend, fantasy football draft weekend. I know a lot of mine were last week, but I do have one more tomorrow. But
excited?
Yeah, I mean, it's a 12-teamer. I have the 12th pick. Whatever comes to me, you know, we'll make it work. We'll make it work.
All right.
But this particular episode, we're going to talk about our home league.
Yes.
As we've referenced plenty of times in this podcast. It's a 14-team.
Yes.
Super flex. For those of you that don't know, super flex is you have a second quarterback. So the second flex could be a quarterback, wide receiver, tight end,
running back.
Or running back.
Yes.
So that's the whole point of the super flex. And it does change the whole draft strategy in our league. people try to mock for it. It's impossible to mock for. You can't prepare for it, and we're going to give you reasons why you can't prepare for it. Because you think you're doing a mock and you think a certain guy's going to fall to you. That never
happens.
I never say never, but never happens in this league. And so we're going to pull up the actual draft results. It's going to be kind of small, so I'm going to try to read it off as best I can. I don't want to be, Okay, so let's start off with the way that it started off with we did a draft lottery.
Yes, we did.
And the draft lottery was not a typical lottery in which your name gets picked and that's the slot you get. That's not what we did. Our draft lottery consisted of your name gets picked, you get to say where you want to pick.
Yes.
Like, for example, I believe the first name out of our hat was Bengali, Sultano. Yes. And he had his choice if he wanted to be number 1, 2, 3, 4 through 14.
Yes.
That's when his name was called, he wanted to be the number 4 overall pick.
Can't blame him. Can you?
I can, yes. Well, why? Why do you want to be number 4 overall?
You have 1. You do have.
Why do you not want to be 1?
Or 14?
But why? Yeah, so why would you not want to? You said you can't blame him, so what's the thought process behind it? Why would you not want to be 1?
I mean, maybe he didn't want McCaffrey. Maybe he...
You don't have to take McCaffrey.
Well, yeah, right. You don't have to take McCaffrey. You're right.
Well, the people embarrassed if you take someone other than who's supposed to be number 1. He ended up with... It worked out to where he ended up with Dalvin Cook. But if you're there at the number 1 spot, you don't like McCaffrey, you take Cook. Nobody's going to say, oh my God, you didn't take Christian McCaffrey. Nobody's going to beat you down for that. So I don't remember the whole order, so I'm not going to, go through everything. But needless to say, my name came out, I believe, like 5th or 6th. And at that point, the number 1 overall pick was still available. Open. So
still open.
I jumped on it.
Of course.
And with that number 1 overall pick, I took none other than Christian McCaffrey from the Carolina Panthers. I believe it's the consensus number 1 overall pick. Having that man as a running back 1 and a wide receiver 2 on your team. He's 2 players in 1. No-brainer pick to me. Like I said, I wouldn't kill anybody if they took Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry. I wouldn't kill anybody if they took Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry with that number 1 pick. No, but to me, the guy is Christian McCaffrey. He's the guy. So I took him number 1. And then the surprise came with the number 2 pick.
Devontae Adams.
There's a guy in our league, the Problem Solvers, name is Hervey. He took Devontae Adams, number 2 overall. What's your thoughts?
I don't like the pick. I definitely think Dalvin should have been there. Mm-hmm. That's if I'm in the 2 spot, I'm taking one of those top 4 running backs, as we always talk about, McCaffrey, Dalvin, Kamara, or if you want Derrick Henry. Like, of course you're gonna take one of them. I can see why he had Devontae Adams last year. Devontae Adams put up 18 touchdowns. I can see it. So he likes Devontae Adams.
And this is someone he clearly targeted because, as we said, in our league, it's not where you... This was a live draft, by the way. This is not one of those where you turned on the computer and you were slotted.
Yes.
He chose the number 2 pick.
Yes. And that's what he chose.
He chose Devontae Adams with that number 2 overall pick. This is where he wanted to be, and this is where he wanted to take Devontae Adams. He wanted to secure his guy. I don't knock him for taking his guy.
But where? Where you are?
He wouldn't have got him any other place. So I guess he did what he had to do to guarantee that he got the guy that he wanted.
Yeah, he did.
We can debate all day if it was the right pick, wrong pick. I feel it's the wrong pick.
I do too.
But if you want your guy, go get your guy. We say that.
You're right.
If you want your guy, go get your guy. He wanted Devontae Adams, and he felt going to number 2 was the one way that he could secure it. Like I said, our draft is unpredictable. He didn't know if he would have chose number 8, 9, or got slotted somewhere there. It's not a guarantee that he gets Devontae Adams.
Of course not.
He chose to go a different route. Got his man Devontae Adams, which left number 3 overall to Haunts Corey, and he
brainer. I think he wanted Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
He got who he wanted.
He got Derrick Henry. I was a Derrick Henry manager last year. Loved the guy. And honestly, if I didn't take McCaffrey, I would have took Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Over Dalvin Cook.
Mm-hmm. I would too.
I know people. He doesn't catch the ball. He doesn't.
I actually had that option. Huh? I actually had that option. I did a draft last night.
Yeah.
I was in the 3rd slot,
And Cook was there?
Cook was there. Derrick Henry's there. I said, I'll take Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry?
Take Derrick Henry.
Everybody gets caught up on the different ways people get points as opposed to the points. Yes. Derrick Henry, no, he doesn't catch the ball, but he had 2,000 yards rushing.
Yes.
2,000 yards to 2,000 yards. You know what I mean? So, of course. People get so caught up on, no, he has to get 50 catches. 60. No, he doesn't have to do that to be.
Because he can give you 200 yards in a game.
How many 100-yard games? How many 200-yard rushing games? I think
he had two of them last year.
Two of those. Another one, I believe, like 180, something like that. This man is a beast. And then adding Julio just only open things up more for this man. So the number 3 pick overall of Derrick Henry, I love it, Corey. Great pick. And that we touched on the number 4 pick, Dalvin Cook, which fell to salt. Yeah. I mean, that's the guy you take right there.
Of course.
You still, get a...
And in a lot of drafts, you can say he slid because from 2 years, he's really supposed to go 2. He goes 4.
He's supposed to go 2 or 3. So sliding all the way to 4. I guess that's a big word you want to use. Which left us with Macca, the Delaware Dick Doggers. And he took... Sorry for the word, but that's his team name. Just reading the team name. I'm sorry for all of those. We're normally a rated G show. But that's his name. And he took Alvin Kamara.
Can't blame him. But now we know Jameis is the quarterback.
Jameis is
QB1.
Announced the starter. Yep.
So Alvin Kamara's there. I guess you take him. I don't see where. I don't know. I don't see. I think he's better than Zeke. I think he's a little better than Chubb. Like literally, just a little bit. A little bit better. So. It's a little bit better than Chubb. So I like where he went. You don't like the pick?
It's not. See, there's 2 schools of thought with this pick. He's by himself right now, so he should get all the touches. But if we know that it's just regular people walking the streets, that Alvin Kamara has to get the ball in every way. Guys that get paid millions of dollars to be defensive coordinators know that Alvin Kamara has to get the ball in order to beat us. So therefore, would the game plan be? We beat the Saints if Alvin Kamara doesn't beat us.
Yes.
There are guys that get paid, like I said, millions of dollars to stop this guy. And there's no Michael Thomas roaming around until week 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kamara's a good player, great talent. But can he carry the team on his own?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm not knocking the pick. It's just, it's a lot to put on one man, It's a lot to put on one man.
Yes.
And... we're going to go back. We're just going to touch on maybe like the first 2 rounds because I don't want to get into everybody who's seeing it visually, we have it posted up. And we're also going to post it up later on our Twitters and Instagram. So this, first QB off the board in our unpredictable league. This is our commissioner, Yobert, the Skeeters, and he took with the number 6 overall pick, a quarterback, but it's not who you think. Normally in most drafts, you would think it's Pat Mahomes. He took Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. Yeah. Talk to me about that one.
I don't think you can kill him. I mean, Mahomes is there, okay, but he took the second best quarterback, I think, for fantasy. Why is it Josh Allen?
But you just said he took the second best quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He took the second best one.
When he had a chance to take the first best. So maybe, are you saying he chose the wrong guy? Feet to fire, Dino. Talk.
No. Okay. You know what? I'll say it here. Talk. He took the wrong guy. He took the wrong quarterback.
He probably took him because of the added dimension of the rushing legs. Yeah, I get it. I don't know. What do you have? About 600 yards rushing? I don't know the exact numbers, but
all I know is that he did have a lot of fantasy points last year.
As did Mahomes, though.
You're right. Maybe
you're there. Do you take Mahomes?
No, I definitely take Mahomes.
I think I do too. Again, great pick. Not knocking the pick at all. Josh Allen is great. It's just he zagged. When most people zig and go Mahomes, I don't knock it. I don't knock it. We could all say he chose the second best quarterback, but this is why we play.
Yes,
this is why we play the game. So number 6 overall was Josh Allen, which led Pat. The Depth Dealers had the number 7 overall pick and took Ezekiel Elliott.
I don't like the pick.
I love the pick.
You love the pick. I don't like the pick. I don't like the pick back. Because of Dak. Dak's shoulder. My man, he didn't play Dak preseason. Okay, all right.
And what do you do?
You feed that man. You feed that man.
That's what they're gonna do.
You know what? We'll see Thursday night. They're going.
I'm not saying he's gonna come out the gate and kill Thursday night against the Tampa Bay defense. I'm not. But we're talking about the season is not won or lost in week 1, man. Let's pump the brakes. Okay. Again, we do have the extra week. Let's pump the brakes.
All right.
But if Zeke comes out and has 25 for 125 and 3, then I'm pumping my chest. But if he doesn't, I'm going to say it's not won or loss. And
I see more like 15 for 40.
That's your prediction?
15 for 40.
Does he find the end zone at least to salvage his day? Talk to me.
Over under. If you have to see him, he'll probably get one TD. He'll probably
get a TD. So 15 for 40 and 1.
15 for 40 and 1.
Pat, I know you're gonna listen, Pat. 15 for 40 and 1. Wow. That's Dino's prediction for you, man, Zeke.
No Zach.
No Zach.
No Zach Martin
today. No Zach Martin today. Yeah, contracted COVID. So it's a big. But I'm gonna say more around the area of. I say 22 carries.
Okay.
76 yards and 1 touchdown.
But okay. Hold on. Like before we keep going, let's stop real quick and let's go. Dallas is not going to be leading Tampa where they're going to have the option to run the ball. I can see them.
They're not going to get blown out.
I can see them.
They're not going to.
I can see them going down like 14-zip very, very fast.
Because you feed that man Zeke the ball, you control that clock, man.
All right. This is Tom Brady.
Watch the game.
Okay.
That's why they play the game with 22 for 76 and 1. That's what I said, right?
Yeah, something like
22 that. Something like that.
Something like that.
22 for 76 and 1. You heard that here, Pat. Starting with confidence. And with the number 8 pick that took us to a 2-time champion in this league, the Moneymakers, Oz. He took Nick Chubb.
Love the pick.
Better than the Zeke pick?
Love the pick. I had Nick Chubb last year. He played very well in, I don't even know how much games he played. Maybe 12 games I think he played. Maybe around 12.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he's a beast.
Went over 1,000 yards in the 12 games that he played. I love the pick too. Like
I do.
Nick Chubb. I love everybody. Oh, he has Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt does not scare me at all.
No, it
when
doesn't.
It comes to him. The people that scare me are if you're not already great, like Josh Jacobs, Kenny Drake scares me. You know what I mean? But with Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt does not scare me one bit.
Of course.
If I would have been in this spot, this would have been my pick. Great pick, Oz. And we could go on to the next pick. There's not really much to say about that pick. Yeah, I love Nick Chubb this year. Which took us to the number 9 pick. Also a fellow 2-time champion in this league. Pat Mahomes was taken by Queen's finest, Solomon, my cousin.
I like the pick. For even if Yober would have took him, I would have looked like the pick.
Mm-hmm.
And
I feel like you get gift. Pat Mahomes is where it's not, trendy to take the quarterback in the first round.
And the thing is, because I'm actually coming up after your cousin.
Yeah.
I thought Mahomes was going to fall to me, so I would have went Mahomes.
You were prepared to take Mahomes?
I was prepared to take Mahomes.
Okay.
And and then we'll go back and then we'll see exactly who I got.
Yeah. Pat Mahomes is I want to say safest first round pick. Like he's probably the safest fantasy pick. He's a walking 25 points.
You can pencil him in for at least 20.
Pen can be erased.
Oh, no. Pen him in for 25 to 30.
Pencil could be erased. You could pen him in for 30.
And the thing that scared me is what if it's a Monday night game and you may be up 50 and
that's not safe. That's the crazy
safe.
part with Pat Mahomes. It's not safe. It's not safe.
And it's against everybody. It's against
a walking. Yeah, I've said this before. You have Pat Mahomes. You have a 25 zip lead going into the game. You have a 25 zip lead. So Pat Mahomes at number, I believe that was number 9 overall.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that, especially in the 2 QB league where, like I said, it's not trendy to pick a quarterback in the first round, but in our league, QBs fly off the board. So you have to secure your QB and to secure who I think is the best fantasy football quarterback.
Yes.
As the second quarterback taken in our league, and at number 9 overall, it's a great pick. So now let's see what Dino did.
Actually,
are you the next pick?
Am I? I wonder. I don't think so. I don't think I'm after him. I think I'm after the next person.
No, let's see.
No, I am.
You are the next pick.
I am.
Nightmares with the number 10 overall pick. You took from the New York Football Giants,
Saquon Barkley.
All right. Where I said Pat Mahomes is the safest pick in the first round of fantasy. You took probably the riskiest pick of the first round of our draft.
I took Saquon Barkley. I look around. I seen the quarterbacks. I really want that. Maybe this may come to bite me. I said going into the draft, want to go quarterback first 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought about it. I miss out on QB1 over here, Patrick Mahomes and Saquon Barkley. I mean, right now I'm a little bit like, is that really the?
It's the work. Saquon is a great talent. Man.
It is.
He is, but what is the workload going to be? That's the thing.
I have no idea. And the way how they're talking about, and these first 2 weeks, you guys played Denver, and I think you guys played Washington.
Washington on Thursday night.
And
quick turnaround.
And then and then week 3 against Atlanta, but that's already 3 critical games.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not. So it's a risky pick. Mm-hmm. It's a very risky pick I took. But Jonathan Taylor, yeah.
I got you.
So I don't see exactly, because if he comes back, and he definitely can play like a top 2 running back. If healthy.
He has the talent to be that.
The best running back in the league.
It can be a steal at the number 10 overall pick. Risk, but high reward.
A lot of risk.
High reward.
High risk.
High reward. High reward. And that takes us to the number 11 pick, which was taken by also a guy who has won the championship in our league, and he'll tell you about it every chance he gets.
Of course.
Every chance he gets, he'll let you know that he's a champ and a formidable GM in this league. And that's one of our very own producers, Rob Jones. His team is the Strap. And with that pick, he took Jonathan Taylor.
Yes.
But before we even dive too deep into Rob having Jonathan Taylor, managing him this year, he quickly made a trade shortly after a couple of days after the draft with the guy who had the number he was 11, 12 pick.
12th pick.
Jay, no end zone. Jay with his pick to Kyler Murray. No, it was not a Jonathan Taylor for Kyler Murray trade. Instead, it was Jay received Jonathan Taylor in exchange for his second round pick, Aaron Jones, and another piece. I forget what other piece was.
KJ Hamler,
something like that. But yeah. So essentially, the Strap's first round pick now becomes Aaron Jones. So talk to me about that.
I like the pick. It's pretty good pick. He's one of those he's one of those Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook types where he could get you 100.
Mm-hmm.
He's a running back. He's a running back 1, maybe. Well, that's how it looks, and he's like a wide receiver 2.
I think that the thought of the thought of like, oh man, he has this backup that's going to get the ball. Yeah. And Jamal Williams last year, AJ Dillon this year. I think that's overrated, overblown. Because
that's a lot of it was they were scaring fantasy managers into don't draft Aaron Jones. And then he comes out and plays like a top 9 running back.
Yeah.
And he misses games. He missed maybe like 2-3 games last year.
And then that's always the thought around it. Yep. The talent says
he beat me last year with like a 50-point game.
Because the talent says that he's a top 5
running back. It does.
5 running back. It says that. So why don't we get scared off of him because of the thought, he's going to come off the field for this guy? Like I said, last year, Jamal Williams. This year, AJ Dillon. To me, AJ Dillon is no threat. AJ Dillon's not good. To me, I don't want to speak for everybody. I love fantasy gurus who love AJ Dillon's. He's just not my cup of tea. I have no problem taking Aaron Jones and being confident with him as my RB1.
Yeah.
No problem with that. So then I guess we'll talk more. Jay did. Our third quarterback went off the board with no end zone with Kyler Murray. And so now he has Kyler Murray with Jonathan
Taylor. Kyler Murray, maybe I would have took Aaron Rodgers if I'm there. I think I would have took Aaron Rodgers before Kyler Murray, but maybe he likes the added dimension of the legs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he went there. I mean,
Kyler Murray is the third best quarterback. I mean, he's the third best quarterback.
Okay.
Yeah, the only other guy, if he would have been right and we would have knew his situation, would have been Deshaun Watson. Yes. That's the only other guy. But Kyler Murray is the third best fantasy quarterback. Love the pick by Jay, and like he turned around and made a trade and got his guy. Even if he would have still had Aaron Jones, it would have been, well, I like Aaron Jones, I believe, more than Jonathan Taylor.
I do too.
But if anybody who knows Jay, no end zone, knows that Jonathan Taylor is his guy. Might be his favorite player in the league. So he did what he had to do to get his guy. So to end up with Kyler Murray, Jonathan Taylor, nice tandem, you know. So, and we'll see how we closed out the round. I believe we have 2 more picks in round 1.
Okay.
Big Blue
goes Najee Harris.
We have the 2 guys that were actually in our championship last. So it looks like it turned out that way, like based on record of last. It's not that. It's just the way that the lottery played out. That he ended up with
Najee Harris,
the number 13 overall pick. He took Najee Harris from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Your thoughts on that?
I like the pick. He's gonna get the ball, and with those Big Ben, Claypool, Juju, Deontay Johnson, maybe they don't stack the box. I don't think so because you have to guard these wide receivers.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes,
and this is not to put anything on him in terms of fantasy of next year or anything. Can Najee Harris be what Le'Veon Bell was to this team?
I don't think catching the ball.
He catches the ball. He can catch the ball.
Okay.
He can catch the ball.
All right. That's if that happens, then that is a steal.
That is a steal, and I think it's a steal, man. I know we're here praising everybody's first round pick. Everybody's a steal. Everybody's this. This was actually
Najee Harris is a steal.
Very, very good pick.
Because his college numbers, he had like 20-something touchdowns last year.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But all college numbers look like video game numbers.
They do.
You know, like look at Devontae Smith. Jalen Waddle got hurt, so I can't really say him. I'm Jamar Chase. From 2 years ago. Yeah.
You can, and preseason happened. Jamar Chase looks a little bit shaky.
Yeah.
Which...
we hope he gets it right.
Birdman hand rubs.
What does that mean? What is that?
We'll see.
We'll see what he is. We'll do the wait and see approach on him. We'll do the wait and see approach on him. But the Najee Harris pick, if he does turn out to be Le'Veon Bell, great pick by Big Blue. Which brings us to the 14th pick. Picks 14 and 15. We do the snake, which he has to wrap around. Our 4th quarterback taken off the board by our defending champ, Matt. Average at best. He took Aaron Rodgers and quickly on the wraparound came around with Justin Herbert. Talk to me about that combo.
I love it. I love it. I love it. There's I don't even think you can even say really anything. It's just he wanted to go quarterback. And he got, and Josh Allen was his guy last year. He quickly went around.
Would have been his guy this year.
Probably would have been his guy this year before Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if you want to fell to him. Fell to him.
If you get Aaron Rodgers as a consolation prize, you take that. You know what I mean?
That's a win.
Aaron Rodgers is a fallback plan.
That's a win.
He's a fallback option. Come on, think about what we're saying here.
So then you come around. So with the new toy on the block, Justin Herbert. That's
the guy I want to speak about a little bit more. As a Justin Herbert manager last year, I love the guy. Do you expect him to ascend, or do you expect a little bit of regression?
You see, the thing is, everybody thinks ascend, but I'm thinking maybe flat. Maybe flat, he just
even if he's what he was last year, that's still great.
That's really good. But
you want upwards, steady.
Yes.
You do not want to decline.
But let's say, you're right. You're right. If he can just flatline, he's fine. But if he regresses even a little bit, then you have thought is this because Lamar Jackson didn't get picked yet.
Lamar Jackson hasn't been picked. No.
And he's the number. He's like a top 4. Okay, we don't have him top 4, but he has the added dimensions with his legs.
Yep. Russell Wilson's
there.
So taking Justin Herbert over those guys can be a risk.
Yes, it can.
It can be a risk. It can pay off, but it can be a risk. Maybe Dak would have been up there if we didn't have the shoulder. If he didn't have the shoulder issues. I know. I'm just talking about in terms of guys that he took. Justin Herbert, second-year phenom over the proven guys. Like we said, the Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott. Anybody else that you think in that class that you would have took before Herbert?
No, I don't think so.
I'm on record saying that I would have taken Justin Herbert before Lamar Jackson. I've said that on previous shows, but that's just still not to say that it's not a risk. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I like the pick. Let's just see. Hopefully he ascends, keeps going upwards and continues on what he did. But to match or even top what he did last year is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. I think he has the talent to do it, though. But we're just going to speed through the rest of this round. We're not going to really gloss all the picks. So as we said, Matt took Aaron Rodgers and Justin Herbert, so he went quarterback.
Yes.
Big Blue followed that up with someone who I believe to also could have been a first round pick, and Antonio Gibson of the Washington football team. So he ends up with Najee Harris and Antonio Gibson. No end zone, as we said. The screen shows Aaron Jones, but he didn't make that trade, so he ended up with Kyler Murray, Jonathan Taylor. So now we have Strap, who came back again with the 4th pick of the second round. Remember, he has Aaron Jones in that first slot.
Yes.
So now he follows that up with Stephon Diggs of the Buffalo Bills.
Like to pick.
Which is our second wide receiver taken off the board.
Yes.
After Devontae Adams, who went number 2 overall. Then we have you, the Nightmares, and you get Tyreek Hill. We'll touch a little bit on your pick. Yeah.
He's a first round pick, and he's just there. You just take him. I think he's the second best wide receiver in the league.
You don't think? You know he's the second
fantasy
best.
Wise,
he's the second best.
Big play, Tyreek Hill. Stephon Diggs is great. We get it. But we're talking about upside. I'm talking about 200 yards in 2 quarters.
So tell me.
With touchdowns?
So Rob Jones took the wrong wide receiver with a second pick? Say it with your chest, man.
I'll say it. He made the wrong pick.
He made the wrong pick. And he let the better guy follow you.
Yes,
he made a mistake and let the better guy follow you. Say it. Say it. I don't want to speak for no. Say it.
You know what? I'll say it here. Rob Jones, he made the wrong pick. You took Stephon Diggs. I took the better wide receiver, Tyreek Hill.
There we go. It's on record. I know Rob's going to hear this. Rob's going to let you hear about
it
this.
Definitely is.
Oh, week by week, we're going to do a little comparison of Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs, all right? We're going to do that. So let's get back to the screen, Joe, so I can run through it real quick. All right, so now we're on Queen's Finest, and this is the guy that we talked about that average at best could have took
Lamar Jackson.
Pick. He has Pat Mahomes, as we said in the first round, followed that up with Lamar Jackson in the second round. Man, oh man.
That's scary.
That's 55 points going into a game. He has a 55 zip lead, whatever, going into a game. These guys are walking 30s and 25s.
And I'm playing him week 1, so, I already penciled him in for...
You got the best... You got Saquon and you got the second best wide receiver in fantasy, so you good.
But you got Pat Mahomes, so
you get to eat in on those points. That's the one. You're right. That's the positive. Think of it that way. If Pat Mahomes does something good, you want it to go to your guy.
Of course.
But I got something to say about that a little bit later. So, and then we come back to the money makers. As we said, he took Nick Chubb in the first round, followed that up with Austin Eckler, who I wasn't a fan of coming into this, but over the summer I grew to love this guy. Great pick. Great pick.
I looked at it and I was like, Tyreek Hill, Austin Eckler, and I'm like,
that's what you were targeting?
Tyreek Hill I just had to pick Tyreek Hill. You just had to.
I got it. I understand that. I maybe would have went Eckler, but I hear you on that.
But to have Saquon and Eckler, it's scary. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So then we follow up with we're on to Death Dealers, who originally took Ezekiel Elliott, followed that up with Russell Wilson. Solid 2. Solid 2. And then
he loves Russell Wilson.
We're back to Skeeters, who again shocked everyone with the Josh Allen pick. Followed that up with DeAndre Hopkins.
Good pick.
Safe pick. I like it. And then we go to Macca, who started off with Alvin Kamara, followed it up with Tom Brady.
That was shocking. To me, that was shocking.
It's shocking because of... Is it how high you went, or the guy?
No, it was shocking about how high you went.
How high you went?
Yeah, I was very surprised. He was the 6th quarterback off the board.
Anyway,
that's shocking.
What are you taking above him though? At that point, Dak, I believe, with the next guy.
Okay,
off the board. Dak's the injury probably.
You're right. Yeah. Dak without the bum shoulder and Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Okay, but.
Antonio Brown, I'm not going to disrespect my big one opponent.
Yeah.
He does have Antonio Brown, so I'm not going to disrespect him.
Okay, so maybe it's
I think it I think it was a solid pick. It was a solid pick. Because, again, you get your guys. Regardless,
yes.
You get your guys. And if Tom Brady is going to go out there, give him 20 to 25, nobody's going to care where he drafted.
No,
nobody's going to care that he was a second round pick. Then we follow that up with Salt again, who... Again, ended up with Dalvin Cook with the number 4 overall pick. Followed that up with Joe Mixon.
He's Joe Mixon.
Yeah, that's the feel on him.
Like every year is Joe Mixon.
Yeah. And then we have Haunts, who started off with Derrick Henry. Followed that up with Dak Prescott.
Okay. The shoulders are the thing that scares me the most, because for you to take him in the second round,
he knows he's healthy.
Okay.
The feel that Corey had.
Yes.
Corey probably did his research and he feels confident in that pick. Dak Prescott in our league, that's about where he fell to probably where he should have went. So does the injury scare me? It probably does, but at this point, when you see the quarterbacks flying off the board, I think it's a risk you have to take at that point. And then we have 2 tight ends off the board so Hervé, who started off with Devontae Adams, followed that up with the first tight end off the board, Darren Waller.
I think that's the wrong pick. If Kelsey's there, Kelsey's a first rounder. Kelsey is a first rounder.
Mm-hmm.
Just in this league, he's a second rounder. But if Kelsey,
he fell to second because due to all the quarterbacks that's taken. But our league is a little different. So we had 4 quarterbacks in the first round. So that normally doesn't
Kelsey's
happen.
there, I think you take him over Waller. I think he's the best tight end in the league. And
thank you. Because with the very next pick,
you got him.
The last pick of the second round,
Travis Kelce.
That's normally not my style. Anybody who I've spoken to about drafting anything like that knows I never have a tight end. I've had a tight end this early in the history of this league. This league started in 2010. I believe it was one time I had a tight end. I had the wraparound, I believe.
Okay.
And I took Gronk, Jimmy Graham. Back when, back when. That just shows how long ago it was. It was Saints Jimmy Graham.
Yes.
Since then, he's been in Seattle,
Packers.
Green Bay, and now whatever he's doing in Chicago.
I think he's still in Chicago.
Whatever he's doing in Chicago. That just shows how long ago I've had a first or second round tight end. I just said it to put it in,
reference.
Proper perspective. But Travis Kelce sitting there, and that man is he's listed as a tight end. Actually, 1,400 yards. That's wide receiver 1.
Well, he's a wide receiver 1. You're right.
That's wide receiver 1. So to end up with Christian McCaffrey, Travis Kelce, I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. So let's just go back to the screen. So we're just gonna real quick, as we said, we're only gonna talk about the first 2 rounds. What's your favorite first 2 picks? So I have Christian McCaffrey, Travis Kelce for me. Herb ended up with Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, Haunts, Derrick Henry, Dak Prescott, Salt, Dalvin Cook, Joe Mixon, Macca, Alvin Kamara, Tom Brady.
If I'm being honest, I'll probably go average at best Aaron Rodgers and Justin Herbert. Yeah, but Big Blue's a definite close second because that Najee Harris, Antonio Gibson, it's not really bad.
If I'm looking at it, I like and I know I've been extra critical of him, but there's no denying what he does from a fantasy standpoint.
Oh, actually, I'm right. No.
So Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
I forgot.
That might be the one. That takes the cake.
I think it goes Queen's Finest, average at best, then Big Blue. The moneymakers are definitely they're like if we're going 4, he's at 4 because Nick Chubb, Austin Eckler. I like that.
Not to sound biased. I like mine too, though, man. Chris McCaffrey, Travis Kelce. I like it.
Pretty good.
I like it. Like I said, I'm not huge on the tight end, but I like it.
Yeah.
So again, this is going to be posted up. Everybody can see the visual. We only touched on the first 2 rounds because we don't want to have it drag on.
Yes.
So what we're going to do real quick, I know you can see it. We're just going to highlight Dino's team real quick and where his entire draft. His team consists of Ryan Fitzpatrick, Saquon Barkley, Keenan Allen, Tyreek Hill, TJ Hawkinson, Daniel Jones, Raheem Mostert. First glance, quarterbacks are weak.
Very weak. I would agree.
First glance, quarterbacks are weak. The combination of Saquon Barkley and Raheem Mostert.
I also have Josh Jacobs on the bench.
But as we spoke about with Kenyon Drake.
You're right.
Keenan Allen, Tyreek Hill, I love. TJ Hawkinson, great pick. Overall, your starters, unbiased, of course, because we can only be, unedited, unfiltered. We could have whatever you want it to be called. First glance, when you see the names of, without knowing their backstory, Saquon, Keenan Allen, Tyreek Hill, that's B+ trio right there.
Okay.
But as a kind of knowing their history and everything, I'm not NFL.com. I'm not into, giving out before games are played, draft grades, anything like that. But I think this team is maybe if I gave it a C?
All right.
If I gave it a C?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you just got to be honest. The quarterbacks do, and I had Daniel Jones last year. And already know.
I agree.
I bleed blue. But Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. I hope Saquon is back.
I hope.
But I think we have your bench on here too. I think if no Jokers go to the next screen, yeah. We're not going to kick your defense. You know, it's interchangeable. You have Teddy Bridgewater, Kenyon Drake, and Josh Jacobs.
Had to get the handcuff. Had to get the handcuff. Both of them.
Okay. Yeah.
Had to get the handcuff.
Looking at that, does that make me come off my C grade? No.
Ooh. No?
No. So let's see. But the beautiful thing about it is, you know, we have a league that likes to trade.
Of course, yes.
You know, the trade or, you know, has to benefit, you know, them with some instances. But we do have a very active league. They like to trade. So, and another good thing about it is, well, I was being critical of yours. The next thing you get to, we have the rest of your team. I'm sorry. Robbie Anderson, Tyler Boyd, and Terrence Marshall.
That's why I said Jamar Chase, a little shaky. Tyler Boyd played pretty well last year.
You did.
They still took Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase comes out.
All right. And you're my who? They have 3 wide receivers in Cincinnati.
Yes.
What's your order of their depth chart? Who's the 1? Who's the 2? Who's the 3?
I think it's T. Higgins.
T. Higgins is the 1.
Higgins is 1. Mm-hmm. In their minds, they think it's Jamar Chase, then Tyler Boyd, but I really think it's
Tyler Boyd.
T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
I really think because these NFL corners, there's something different. They're not college corners.
And that's a wide receiver, Jamar Chase. Your weakness can't be your hands, man.
Cannot be.
It can't. We at the Giants, I know that with tight end, with Evan Ingram, how frustrated it could be, and Jamar Chase is good. I believe it's all mental right now, so he's gonna be great. He's gonna be great. So, again, to finish out your team, your bench of Kenyon Drake, Josh Jacobs, Robbie Anderson, Tyler Boyd, Terrence Marshall is still a C. Still a C.
Wow.
Still a C. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And now we'll go to my team, and I'll let you read it off and grade it.
Matt Ryan, Christian McCaffrey, Chris Godwin, Calvin Ridley, Travis Kelce, Carson Wentz, Damian Harris. It's a pretty good team. I like the Matt Ryan pick mixed with the Calvin Ridley. I really like that. Mm-hmm. Chris Godwin, I don't even know which round you got him in, but
I believe I took him in the
maybe 5th. I would think because I think you went Calvin Ridley and then you went Matt Ryan to secure that you got the stack.
I believe I did. So it's the 5th round that I took Chris Godwin.
Okay, and that's really well. Mm-hmm. I like that.
So, talk to me. Or do you want to see the bench first to see the whole team?
No, I mean, let's see. I give it a B-. Their starters, I definitely give it
a B-. Huh?
That's not that bad.
Okay,
it's not bad.
A B- is a C.
Yeah,
a B- is a C. So now we'll go down to my bench.
Okay, then you go Tony Pollard. Your guy. Go ahead, say it.
Give me more. Rondale Moore.
Okay.
Admittedly, I did not get to draft him.
No, you didn't.
As someone else took him before, I had a round where I thought he was going to be slotted to go. So I did have. He was always in my plans. As you know,
okay,
everybody who knows in our league, anybody who watches this knew that at some point I was going to take this guy.
Yes.
I did get, unfortunately, the word sniped is not really the right word because he was taken late, but it was the round. I was going to take him at either in that pick but I had a wraparound. So either one of those 2 picks, he was going to be my pick. He was unfortunately taken from me, but as soon as he got cut, had
to find a spot on the bench.
My eyes lit up. So much so I cut somebody who could pop. I cut Michael Gallup for him.
Yeah, that's.
I cut Michael Gallup to secure Rondale Moore on my team.
Okay. But
would you have done?
But you're going into this thinking he's the second wide receiver, correct?
Yes.
Rondale Moore.
Yes.
Because because me and you both agree AJ Green isn't the AJ Green of old.
He's not it.
Okay.
He's just the old AJ Green.
He's the old AJ. Okay,
not the AJ Green of old. He's the old AJ Green.
So now, if you're putting it in perspective, I can see you taking Rondale Moore and you thinking he's going to be a wide receiver 2 on the team with D-Hop, and you're cutting the 3rd wide receiver on the Cowboys, which is Michael Gallup. So I'm in agreement. I think I would have did the same.
Rondale Moore. I've literally pounded this table for Rondale Moore. That's my guy. I had to make sure I got him, and I did. So Rondale Moore, welcome to Toledo, the Toledo Teabaggers. And I also, in a trade that went down a couple hours ago, I acquired Michael Pittman in exchange for my draft pick. I had
Trey Sermon and Marquise
Brown. Now I gave them, traded them to Big Blue in exchange for Michael Pittman and Deebo Samuel. Okay. Your thoughts on the trade?
You're shoring up your wide receivers. I'm fine with that. And Big Blue looking for everybody. This is everybody's gem. Trey Sermon is everybody's gem that they're hoping. I'm hoping that he doesn't pop off because I have Raheem Mostert.
Raheem Mostert manager.
But listen, I drafted Raheem Mostert in the 6th round, thinking he's a flex. He's a running back too. And listen, they like to run the ball, so of course there's going to be games. And I'm hoping it's week 1. They're playing against Detroit. They're going to run the ball.
Yeah,
Kyle Shanahan loves to run the ball, so I'm fine with Raheem Mostert, and I like Big Blue taking a flyer on.
There's nothing wrong with that. And
on Trey Sermon,
number 1 wide receiver back in Hollywood.
Yes,
number 1 wide receiver. We have to say it in perspective. I'm not going to say it like he's the number 1 guy, but he is depth chart wise the number 1 on his team. In exchange, like I said, I received Michael Pittman back, who I get to put him with Carson Wentz, my quarterback.
Yes,
I know a lot of people stacks don't matter.
No, it don't. They do. They do.
I kind of like the stack.
I do too.
I'm a fan of the stacks, and as you see, I have the Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley stack, and now Carson Wentz, Michael Pittman.
Yes,
that I can play around with my lineup. I feel I have a little bit of flexibility on my team, and we'll show the rest of my bench. Debo, as I talked about in the trade, I have Laviska Shenault and Evan Ingram.
Yeah, you have a lot of wide receivers on your team.
My team only has 3 running backs.
You have McCaffrey,
Damian Harris, and Tony Pollard from the Dallas Cowboys.
Tony Pollard. I mean, I know he's going to get a workload, but to have McCaffrey and you said Damian Harris?
Damian Harris.
But listen.
It could be a lot of 4 wide receiver sets on my team. I feel like I allowed myself a little bit of flexibility with that.
Because McCaffrey's definitely, he's the number 1 running back.
Yeah. And
he's looking like a wide receiver too.
Yeah. So that's my team in a glance. Like I said, the full draft. Sorry, we didn't get to touch on the full draft more, but like I said, we're gonna post it up on
Twitter,
my Twitter, your Twitter, our Instagrams.
Yes.
And feel free to comment on them, how you feel. Let us know who you think is the best team. You know what I mean? Okay. So obviously we're gonna say we have the best team. So we really can't play that game right now. But I think coming out of it, everybody should feel good about this team. But then again, no games have been played. So you know what I mean? I felt great about my team.
We'll see.
Last year, I started off 0-2, and I had the Justin Herbert, and he came and changed my fortunes, and I went on a nice little win streak and made the playoffs. So it's not, the draft.
That Justin Herbert,
part of it.
That Justin Herbert was a gift from above.
Yeah, and the way the teams look now. We can post these lineups up in 3 weeks, and I can guarantee you half of these teams don't look the same way.
You're right.
With trades, injuries, ad drops, sleepers that come up, waiver wire additions, drops, ads, all these things. So, as a matter of fact, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about We'll give this is just me winging it. We'll do like every 3 weeks. I guess we'll give an update on how the rosters look and transactions that were made during that week.
I like that. That.
We're gonna do that. I just called a little audible just now. I just winging it. I guess I know Rob Jones and Nojo can make that happen for us. So
yes.
We got the best production team in the business, and that's it. That's all I have for today. It feels great to be back. Tell what you gotta say. Oh, please. Again, I know we just talked for a while about fantasy. Do not forget whatever you can give to the GoFundMe again.
Yeah. We appreciate it, man.
It's already up on Dino's Instagram.
Yes, it is.
On your Instagram?
Yeah, it's on my IG.
On your brother's also on Renee's IG, Joey's IG.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it, man.
Whatever you can give.
Yeah, it'll be up on Twitter also. It'll be up on.
You're gonna put it up on Twitter too, and I'll retweet it. I'll retweet it out for you all.
Thank you.
And it's. Man, this feels tough to try to end the show. It feels good to be back, but
it's bittersweet.
It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. But thank you guys for listening again. This episode will be up soon. Thanks again. We're back.
Yes, we're
weekly.
We're back.
Hopefully 2 times a week to help you get your lineup set.
Yes.
Tell you who to add, who to drop. Any questions? We're gonna have tweets from the streets. We're back, man. We're back.
Unedited. We're back, baby.